up, guys? Lord Respawn here. Welcome to another Animal Crossing video. I'm really enjoying putting these out for you guys. I'm loving the feedback that I'm getting. So, guys, thank you so much for the positive comments all over. Literally in the comments and on social media. I really appreciate it. But yeah, let's jump right into this video. So in today's video, we are talking about when Animal Crossing Switch is going to be released. So in my previous video, or 2 videos back, I made a video confirming that Animal Crossing Switch is coming in 2019. I did not confirm it. Nintendo, during their investor meeting, confirmed it. And so we know it's coming in 2019. And so that leads me into wondering, as many fans are, what month are we going to see this? When are we going to see this? So in that investor meeting, if you remember the chart that I showed you guys, it had the release dates of a lot of games. There was 2 or 3 games in July. Now, to start it off, we know Animal Crossing is not coming in June. That was everybody's wish because in the US, New Leaf released in June. That's not going to happen. We haven't heard anything about the new Switch. And, June is, 40 days, not even 35 days away from now. It is not coming in June. Bottom line. July, the lineup for July, there's already 2 to 3 games that they've confirmed are coming in July. So, July is out of the picture. And the reason I believe that is July and August, honestly. Let's just get those 2 out of the way. Astral Chain is coming out in August, at the end of August. Brand new title, brand new exclusive. They're not going to drop an Animal Crossing game in the same month as a brand new exclusive with that much hype around it. Another aspect of that is it's looking more and more like we are going to see Animal Crossing for the first time at E3 or right around E3 in some sort of direct. So this game has a massive presence and a massive just all the hype around it. They're not going to say, they're not just going to have a month of information before it comes out. They're going to have months of information, whether it's short videos, social media posts, just highlighting, hey, look at this new fish that was just randomly discovered. It is going to be a lot of information that is released over the course of a few months. So let's go ahead and go through, and we're going to go through a couple different holiday months and things like that. So we've eliminated June, July, and August. That is too close to when it comes out. And then I really want to focus on one of the next months, which is October. So October is Halloween, right? That is a massive holiday event, right? A very fun event in Animal Crossing if you have played it. Both, the platforms, the handhelds, and Pocket Camp even. The event is fun. You get to hang out with Jack. You get to, get your candy stolen, get some awesome furniture, and a cool mask, pumpkin heads, the whole 9 yards. It is a great event. Now, if you think about it, it would be cool to have an Animal Crossing game released during an event. It would be really cool. You start off and boom, it's Halloween. Instant just fun, instant jump into something cool. There is another game, though, that is coming out in 2019, and that is Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, if you know anything about Luigi's Mansion, it's all about ghosts. It's all about a haunted mansion. It literally has to be released in October. I mean, I do not see it releasing in any other time except October. And that leads me to, hey, why would they release Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion in the same month? I don't see it happening. So that let's October's off the table for me. And then that brings us to November. In November, there's a massive series coming out in November. And it has pretty much been confirmed. It's been confirmed based on looking at historical data that Pokemon Sword and Shield will be released like the third week of November. No doubt about it. Like, just looking at prior games, it makes perfect sense to release those because, let's be honest, Pokemon is going to move more consoles in Switch units, whether it's the Lite, HD, normal version, we don't know yet, but it is going to move more units than Animal Crossing. That's just a fact. Like, it is. Pokemon definitely appeals to the masses, so people, for the holiday season are going to want to Switch and Pokemon. Not as many people are going to want Animal Crossing. As much as we love it, and as much as we are addicted to the series, Pokemon will move more units at the holiday season, so there's no chance that they're going to drop Animal Crossing and Pokemon to compete with one another in the same month. It does not make sense. It just simply does not make sense. They want Pokemon to have their, all of the focus on Pokemon for the holiday season. Then we get into December. So if you take a look back to 2018, they did drop a massive title in December of 2018, Super Smash Bros. Right after Pokemon. So a lot of people are thinking December, first week of December, Animal Crossing is going to drop. That's when it's going to be. But I simply don't think so. And I have two reasons behind that. One, if you remember, again, we're going back to the investor meeting that just happened for Nintendo. They had Pokemon Sword and Shield, and it said late 2019 next to it. Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion and Link's Awakening did not have late 2019 next to it. Now, could I see Link's Awakening dropping in December? Yeah, I could. I could see that happening. Shortly after Pokemon, that would make sense. Now, this is the bigger reason as to why I don't think it'll drop in December. So, let's say you're a new Animal Crossing fan, right? New Animal Crossing buyer, and this is your first game, and you pick it up, and you have like those 3 weeks in between when it releases, let's say the first week of December, all the way through the Christmas event, right? And then the New Year's event as well. After those two events, right, there is a very large gap between, and this is going off of previous games, like, there's a very large gap between when the New Year's event ends, right, so the beginning of 2020, and when another event picks up, a major event, so I think Bunny Day is the next one. That is a long time. The game, for a new player, going for 2 months without like a crazy event outside of like fishing tournaments and bug catching contests and things like that, the game would be extremely boring for somebody who is brand new to come in during the Christmas holiday, that event, probably getting it for Christmas, right? When at that time of year, that event being over and you just have New Year's, you're going to then come into this and just be bored out of your mind because you're not going to have the same, like, the same itch to go, grind out to get thousands of bells to upgrade your house and all that, because you're simply just going to be like, that's it. It is not a good first impression for the game. So, if you've done process elimination, you know exactly what month I'm going to say that it will come out, and let me explain why. The month that Animal Crossing Switch will release is September. Now, I've got a few reasons behind that. One, Animal Crossing Switch was teased in 2018. That direct happened in September, right? So it could make sense that they foreshadowed it exactly 1 year out, not to the day, but month-wise, that the game would be released. That's number one. Number two is if you release a game in September, that gives players, both old and new, just an unbelievable amount of time in events and just things to do month after month after month. So October, November and December and the beginning of January to really kind of get into these get into these different events. If you release in September, you kind of ease into it. You have 2 or 3 weeks where you're like, okay, let me get my bearings for the game. This is kind of what we do, yada yada yada, and then it turns into fall, and then it's like, okay, cool, I've been playing it for 2 weeks. Now there's this awesome Halloween event. Let's see what this is. Let's play this. This is freaking cool. And then you kind of cool down from that at the beginning of November, and then it's like, hey, we have this awesome Thanksgiving event, and then the Harvest. I think it's a Harvest Festival or something like that. I'm blanking on the actual name of the event. And then you get into the Christmas time, and it's like, holy crap, there's another cool event followed by New Year's. This would get people hyped up for the game, and then it would get people to kind of push through the slower months at the beginning of the Animal Crossing calendar and really, embrace what it's like to just enjoy Animal Crossing, outside of the peak months, if you will. Because let's be honest, the back half, the Q4 of the Animal Crossing calendar is loaded. So, in order to make the best first impression on a new player, and they are going to be hitting a lot of new players for this game. I mean, it has been, 7 years since New Leaf has come out? That is a whole generation of players that have frankly never seen Animal Crossing. So they want to put their best foot forward, really show them this is what Animal Crossing is, this is how cool it is, and then just hit them with bang, 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 just event after event after event. And that is the reason why Animal Crossing is coming out in September. Link's Awakening, honestly, we'll touch on that. Kind of mentioned it. It could be December. It could be August. It could be September. It could be any month. I have no idea when Link's Awakening is coming. If you think about it, though, looking in the past, X and Y and A Link Between World did release around the same time. So they could do it. It could be a November release alongside or right around Sword and Shield. I think that's much more likely than a September release, in my opinion. But again, this is more talking about Animal Crossing. Here's good old Tom Nook for you, and we'll go back to this main screen. So guys, drop a comment. When do you think we are going to see Animal Crossing Switch? Again, September for me, it's just the perfect month to really get fans, kind of eased into it and then just ramp them through the rest of the year. For me, it makes perfect sense. Again, drop a comment. When do you think it's going to be announced? And I'll catch you guys. When do you think it's going to drop? That's the key. When is it going to be released? And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.